Hey Bebop crew, it's Don and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over my upcoming figures for 2024. So let's get started. Of course, we're going to start with January. And the first figure I have for the month is going to be Battleika from Black Lagoon. It's a 1/7 scale. It's going to start at 22,460 yen, which is about 152 USD. The manufacturer is Mediocus Entertainment. Now, I love this figure. I think it's going to be a great addition to my collection, especially since it is a sitting figure, which I love figures that have a sitting pose or a throne-like setting. Moving on to February, we have Fate Grand Order's Ruler Altria Pendragon. She is a 1/4 scale, running at about 49,500 yen or 334 USD, manufactured by Freeing. So yes, it's a Freeing bunny figure, but this one actually is a little different because it actually is just like the actual servant in the game in her actual, I believe it's her 3rd class, so her final ascension. So this figure is of course one of my favorites because it is a Fate Grand Order figure, and of course it's an Altoria figure, which surprisingly I have a lot of, so I guess I'm adding to that collection. So I look forward to this figure though. Also in February, we have another bunny figure. It is Marin Kitagawa from My Dress Up Darling. This one starts at 39,600 yen, gonna run about 267 USD, and it's a 1/4 scale. Again, obviously by Freeing. So Marin is the waifu of, I guess, the last 2 years or so because people love My Dress Up Darling. But I think I'll be remiss if I didn't get her bunny figure. Now her figure is slightly different because her ears actually look a bit shorter than most bunnies, or it could just be that in the images it look like they're a little bit more curled. So I won't know until we actually get the figure. But I look forward to this because Marin is a gorgeous character. And I still need a regular figure of her in her school uniform, which I do want. There's a lot of them, but not one I found just yet. But I'm happy that my first full scale figure of her is going to be this bunny one. Moving on to March, it is a Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel figure of Sakura Mato. It is a 1/7 scale. Gonna start at 32,180 yen or 217 USD. And this is by one of my favorite manufacturers, Alter. Now Sakura is one of my favorite characters in the Fate series, and the Heaven's Feel movies are phenomenal. I love all of those movies, and Sakura just shined throughout all those movies, especially in this figure because it is her in her more demoness possessed type of form, her more evil form, which it is amazing. I love the sculpt, I love the details, I love everything about this figure, and I'm very happy that it's made by my favorite manufacturer, which is Alter. So I look forward to this figure a lot. Moving on to April, we have Azure Lane's John Bart, starting at 28,300 yen, 191 USD, and it's a 1/7 scale, manufactured by Wings. Now I don't believe I have any Wings figure in my collection as of right now, but I also don't have any Azure Lane figures. But I love the aesthetic of this figure. I love the swords that's behind her. I love the dress, and I love the fact that she has a little fan. Everything about this figure just kind of screams aesthetically gorgeous to me, which if you see my figures from 2023, aesthetics and art kind of just sell the figure to me. So this one, hands down, I was just like, I like the base, I like the figure, I like the pose, I like the aesthetic around it. So I ended up pre-ordering it, and for 191 USD, not a bad price. So I'm not a big Azure Lane fan because I've never played the games, I've never looked into the story, but the figures always look nice. So I'm happy to start with this one. Moving on to June, we have Lena from 86. This figure starts at 22,000 yen, 148 USD, and it's a 1/7 scale by Wanderer. Now if you don't know, 86 is one of my favorite animes from I think the 2022-2023 season, and I love every bit of that one. So I was so happy to see that Lena got a figure. I kind of wish they would have gave her one where she has the red stripe in her hair. That would have been amazing, but I also need one of Reaper. I would love that, man. Or actually his name Reaper is Undertaker. I can't remember. I want to say it's Reaper. It's been a little while since I watched the series, but it's an amazing series, and I love the fact that we're getting a figure of Lena. I look forward to. I really hope they make some of the other characters as well, because I'll make them their own little shelf to put next to each other. I would just love this. This is definitely one of my favorite animes of like last year or 2022. I hope we get more figures of them, and if I see one of Lena with a red strap in here, I might actually pick that one up too. So we'll see. Moving on to July, I have another Azure Lane figure. This is Bremerton. She is going to start running at 36,980 yen, 250 USD as a 1/4 scale. It's actually made by Alphamax. I've never owned the Alphamax figure, and I don't believe I've seen too many of them because I don't think I look at that manufacturer very often. And yes, this is my second Azure Lane figure. The Azure Lane figures are honestly gorgeous. It's just very hard for me to kind of buy figures of a series I don't particularly know. I've said this before, but yet in 2023, I bought about several figures of characters that were the original or ones I didn't know. So it looks like that trend is kind of continuing into this year, because now I'm buying a 1/4 scale of a character I've never seen. But actually, I've seen her just in different poses, but I like this one. It's very sexy and very different, which I already know I'm going to probably get a little buzz about. Yeah, that's going to be a hot button for this one, but I do like the aesthetic one. I think it's very sexy. Yes, that is a good reason why I'm buying it, but aesthetically it's also very sensual and very kind of casual. I really do like that Lane pose too, so it's very just nice. I'm not sure where I'm going to put this figure, but we'll see. Moving on to September, we have Shizuka Mizuzuki. She is from Zom 100. She's going to start at 17,908 yen, 121 USD, 1/7 scale, and made by Design Coco. So if you've seen my Manga Mondays, if you've seen my Weeb Wednesdays, you've known I've ranted about Zom 100 for a minute, and I love the series. The anime is phenomenal. The manga is fantastic. I love a zombie story, and the fact that we got a figure of one of the characters is already amazing. I do wish we got some of the main characters. I hope we get more of them. So particularly if we get all 4 of them, I'm going to love it. But the fact that Shizuka is going to be the first one, I'm like, okay, fine, let's start with her. Cool, she's in her tracksuit, which is her staple suit. But I'm going to love this figure. I'm hoping that it is detailed nicely. Again, I've never had a figure from Design Coco. That looks like it's also going to be a trend for this year of me buying figures from companies I have never bought for or heard of. So let's just hope this figure comes in nicely, because I do like the shading in the sculpt in the prototype. So let's hope the prototype matches the actual figure. Moving right over to November, we have League of Legends own KDA member Akari. So she's going to start at 18,350 yen, starting at 124 USD, 1/7 scale, and it's by Apex. So if you see my room tour, you know I have a art print of this character above my door. I love the music videos they do with them from League of Legends. I didn't play League of Legends very much, but I did play a good bit. But I like this character. I love the fact that this figure seems like it's going to have a glow in the dark type of feel to it, because it's like some of the lettering on her mask, on her cap, and on her back of her jacket, they may actually light up when it's dark. So that would be a very cool thing, unless it's a different headpiece and everything, which would be also cool. But I do look forward to this figure because I do want her to go next to her art print. So I do look forward to having her in the collection. Another figure I'll have coming in November is from Arknights, and this is Surtur. She's starting at 17,980 yen, 121 USD. She's a 1/7 scale, and by Good Smile Arts Shanghai. So kind of like the Azure Lane figures, Arknights has amazing character designs. I always love seeing the characters, but at the same time I'm a bit hesitant to ever buy one because I don't know where they fit in my collection aesthetically, and also because I've never really played Arknights, or because I've never really explored the characters or the story, I was hesitant to buy characters I didn't really know. But again, aesthetics kind of beat out that kind of hesitation. So I decided to pick her up because she's just kind of gorgeous. She also goes with my kind of, not so much steampunk, but streetwear characters, and I want to see her next to them. And I think her kind of punk attitude, laid back characteristic fit that very well So I want to see her next to all those other characters on that shelf. And moving on to my last figure in December, we have Sage Illustrations Unknown Masked Girl. So if you don't know, this is also made from Astrum Designs, which I have 2 other figures already. But she is starting at 19,580 yen, 132 USD, and she's going to be a 1/7 scale. So in this figure line, there's actually 4 girls. I have, with this one, will now be 2 of them. There are 2 more, which I do not know if I'm going to get. I may very well pick them up just to complete the collection. But I love this masked version. I love the short hair. I kind of love the aesthetic. Again, it goes in with that casual kind of vibe I have on my shelves. So this one will perfectly fit into that. She's a little bit more revealing in her art, but I do like this one a lot. I am disappointed there isn't a art print with this one, because if I have all 4 of the figures in all 4 of the art prints, I think that would be really cool. But we'll see. I may have actually ordered that one if there is an art print one of it. But I just wanted to get her to kind of go with her other Astrum Design sisters. So look forward to this figure, and she'll be my last figure of this year. Okay guys, with that, that's pretty much the end of the video. That's all the figures I have at this moment that's pre-ordered. Some things may get canceled, some things may get added later. I can't really say, but I wanted to get this video out to you guys to show you what to expect of the year of 2024. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your favorite figure that you saw in today's video, and what figure you are most excited for in 2024 that you've pre-ordered. Anyway guys, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Later crew.